A Texas mother who once appeared on paternity court is now accused of doing the unthinkable, turning on her 4 children in a shocking act that left 2 of them lifeless and 2 others fighting to recover. According to investigators, the tragedy unfolded early Saturday morning at a gas station in Brazoria County, just south of Houston. Deputies say 36-year-old Romlease made a 911 call herself, but when officers arrived, the scene was devastating. Her 4 children were found inside her car, all suffering from gunshot wounds. A 13-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl didn't survive, while the other 2, ages 8 and 9, remain in stable condition. Detectives believe everything happened inside the vehicle, though the motive and timeline are still under investigation. Surveillance footage reportedly shows Romlease calmly getting out of the car to pump gas and talk on the phone moments before officers arrived, a detail that has raised serious questions about her mental state. Court documents later revealed deeply disturbing statements made after her arrest. When asked why she called 911, Romlease allegedly replied, "Instead of them doing it to me, I'm going to do it to them." When asked to explain, she reportedly said, "In the mall." She also told officers she hadn't called 911, but had called the devil. Investigators described her behavior as erratic and detached, leading many to believe she may have been suffering from a severe psychological breakdown. Before this incident, Romlease had already been in the public eye. Years ago, she appeared on paternity court seeking to confirm the father of one of her children. While authorities haven't confirmed if that child was among the victims, the ages appear to match. Social media posts from Romlease just days before the tragedy are now under scrutiny. One message read, "Mama gotta have a life too," and another said, "You're not a bad woman if you're a terrible mother." Forget the kids. Those posts now appear to show a woman spiraling emotionally, possibly crying out for help in plain sight. Investigators say the family lived in Montgomery County, nearly an hour away from where the event occurred, and are still piecing together what led her to that gas station. Reports confirm Child Protective Services had previous contact with the family, though details remain sealed. Romlease also had prior arrests in Georgia for DUI and minor drug charges, but nothing that hinted at violence or danger to her children. She now faces 2 counts of capital murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Her bond is set at $14 million. Legal experts believe her defense may argue mental instability, but proving that in Texas courts is extremely difficult. Even if found not guilty by reason of insanity, she would likely spend the rest of her life in a secure psychiatric facility. For now, attention has turned to the 2 surviving children, left not only with physical injuries but emotional scars that may last a lifetime. This heartbreaking story highlights how mental health struggles can quietly reach a breaking point when warning signs go unnoticed. And speaking of professionals whose lives took a tragic turn, another case out of Texas has left the medical community shaken. Authorities say 39-year-old Dr. Nia Gupta, a pediatrician from Sugar Land, Texas, is accused of taking the life of her 4-year-old daughter, Arya Talathai. What first looked like a tragic accident quickly turned into a criminal investigation when the medical examiner's findings didn't match Dr. Gupta's story. Police body camera footage showed Gupta crying and disoriented when officers arrived. But investigators say the evidence told a different story. Arya's passing was ruled intentional, and suddenly, the woman known for saving children's lives was being accused of ending her own child's. Reports say Dr. Gupta was found with visible injuries and in an unstable emotional state. Her colleagues describe her as a brilliant, kind doctor who loved her work, making this case even harder to understand. Investigators believe mental health struggles and extreme emotional pressure may have played a major role. Friends say she had been under immense personal stress before the incident. This case also exposes how people in positions of care, doctors, teachers, caregivers, can silently face emotional battles behind closed doors. It's a reminder that success and smiles don't always reflect what's happening inside. Dr. Gupta now faces serious criminal charges and is being held as the legal process continues. Her story has sparked painful conversations about parental burnout, the weight of expectations, and the dangers of ignoring mental health warning signs. Behind every perfect picture or polished resume, there could be a storm no one sees coming. And as if those cases weren't disturbing enough, one more story has the nation asking how social media and obsession can twist young minds in unimaginable ways. Authorities have identified the suspect as Vincent Battaloro, who allegedly targeted 17-year-old Maria Neodes and her best friend Isabella Salas after months of stalking. Police say Battaloro used his black Jeep Compass to strike the girls as they rode their e-bikes home from a school event. What shocked everyone most wasn't just the act itself, but what came after. Moments later, Battaloro reportedly went home, turned on his computer, and began live streaming a video game under the name VinnyBat18. During that stream, he talked about the hit and run as if he were just another viewer, even offering condolences to the victims, all while pretending to be uninvolved. Earlier videos showed him talking obsessively about Maria, claiming he had vengeance against her and mocking her online. Family members had already reported his harassment, but the danger wasn't stopped in time. Investigators now believe his live streams and videos will become key evidence, showing a clear pattern of obsession, threats, and intent. The most unsettling part is calmness. No panic, no remorse, just a teenage boy playing video games and discussing the tragedy like it wasn't his doing. Police say Battaloro now faces 2 counts of first-degree murder, and prosecutors are deciding whether to try him as an adult. This case serves as a dark warning about how online spaces can amplify obsession, detachment, and dangerous behavior. It also reminds us how social media can blur the line between fantasy and reality, sometimes with deadly results.
I'm not going to give you any more information, but I will say this, okay? Making threats against my family will not be tolerated. Here's what we're going to do. I think Maria's hungry. I think we're going to send her a pizza. Cheer her up. So, y'all know I have a vengeance against this girl for accusing me of sending. I'm going to call a pizza to her house, and here's how I'm going to do it. So I told you all that I bought the brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max the other day, and I'm going to be using this as my main phone now, better camera to do vlogs on. But in the process, I still have my iPhone 16 Pro Max. And here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be converting this as a burner phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call Domino's, and I'm going to have a pizza sent to her house, and I'm going to tell the guy the driver will be paid cash at the door. Yes, cash at the door. So, Fula, or my dad wants to call you Falula, don't fool me, stupid name. You should not have accused me of sending porn, and you should not have dragged me into creating a police report. So, Fula, you made a bad decision making a bad name of myself. You made a bad decision having this girl return to that store without me being there. I think you're hungry. We're gonna send you a pizza. Okay? I'm getting this set up. I'm gonna use my burner. And we're gonna call in a pizza. I'm gonna use a VPN so I don't get tracked.
Order like 5.
You sure?